Hi guys, welcome to Citizen Mentors. My name is Ketan, and in this video we're gonna talk about 9 months to CAT. How do you crack CAT in next 9 months? And definitely, when we talk about 9 months, we're only aiming at the top-notch colleges in the country, which definitely includes Blackie, new IIMs, couple of great non-IIMs when we talk about FMSs, SPJs, XLRI, MDI, and couple of IITs also. Now, so when we start with this, right, in this video I'm basically going to talk about what to study, what not to study, how you should start your preparation, because this is quite important that we need to understand that there is a way to start your preparation. There are certain things that you all need to take care of at the beginning of your preparation, because baad mein jaake you really cannot undo these things. That's what I'm going to talk in this entire video, so watch till the end. Now, when I talk about 9 months, I'm actually considering month of March as well, and because we have the whole month of March standing in front of us, and I'm also considering November, the whole month, because we're going to study in the month of November also. Again, 22nd is Sunday and 29th is Sunday. So CAT is predominantly takes place during the 3rd week of November, or probably let's say last week of November. Sometimes it had happened in the first week of December also. But let's say positively it takes place on these 2 days, any of these 2 days, okay? Now, so when you start from the month of March, what is that important thing which everybody should be doing to crack the top 20-25 colleges? And trust me, in Citizen Mentors, that's the whole and sole aim, that you should be in a position to crack top 20 to 25 colleges. Now, very first thing, which is like everybody understood, that's what as concepts. Then we talk about formulas, and then we talk about shortcuts. Now, hold on. There is a crux in here. So when you talk about concepts, right, there are gazillions of concepts and there are so many formulas out there. Now, this is where you have to have an approach of filtering the concepts and the formulas, right? So the basic will teach you, rather we will be teaching, or you should be focusing more on the conceptual understanding, that okay, what this concept talks about. Just by understanding the meaning of that concept is not important. You have to kind of dig into it, because you have 9 months, amazing time, right? So you can give a little bit more time towards concepts, and trust me, you might be feeling यार CAT बहुत tough होता है, crack नहीं होता है, पहले attempt में नहीं होता है, and all that stuff. But trust me, this is the thing which can help you to crack CAT. Your 60% questions in CAT, your 60% questions in CAT are concept oriented. Problem क्या होती है, when we start with our preparation, we kind of are in a rush or in a hurry to kind of get the portion done. Should not do that. So focus more on concepts, because concepts are the only thing which can help you a lot to crack CAT, and along with CAT other exams also. Then comes formulas. There are like gazillion formulas, as I said, right? So when you prepare yourself, you need to understand, okay, what is the application of this formula? What's the usage of the formula? What's the application of this formula? And in what all question, rather what all types of questions I will be using a particular formula. That's what you need to understand, and definitely you need to have shortcuts with you, because yeah, definitely, I mean, like, अगर आप बात करेंगे verbal की, the way I teach verbal in Citizen Mentors is predominantly with the shortcuts. I mean, reading and all is there, that's fine. But again, cracking those RCs and verbal ability, reading comprehension and verbal ability in like round about 60 minutes, the 34 questions, you've got to have shortcuts, right? If you have been following me from last year, you might have seen my videos on verbal, wherein I have literally showed you guys that how do you actually crack your CAT RCs by using shortcuts. And it's not only for RCs, you can check out with para completion, para jumble, all those videos are out there. Now, these are the 3 things which are really important. Now, there is something which I kind of stress a lot, and this is what we do in Citizen Mentors, that's called as CS. So CS is nothing but your chapter strategy. This is quite important. Now pay attention. So we do formulas, we do concepts, we do basics, we do every goddamn thing as far as the basics are concerned. But what happens, when we prepare yourself, when you start your preparation for all these basics, we do not focus more on the chapter by strategy. This is what we do. So let's say, if I am teaching you profit and loss, or let's say I am teaching you, number system, or if I am teaching you, let's say, ratio and proportion, or interest, or any goddamn like quadratic equation, any kind of a topic, it's like what we do in the class, we make it a point that we tell you what is the importance level of this particular topic. Because this is what is missing while we prepare. Like, so many students give me feedback, and this is what I understood. Like, people, those who are not able to crack CAT, they said that these things have helped us a lot and they have got a good result this year. So guys, this is something you need to understand, that okay, if you're studying number system, right, if you're studying number system, the weightage of number system in CAT is round about 2 to 3 questions. But if you look at the time consumption to learn and understand and to get a good hold on number system is round about 2 months. Fine. So you need to understand कि fine, अगर मैं इतना time दे रहा हूँ इस particular topic के लिए, कितने questions बनेंगे इसके, right? On the other hand, if you look at profit and loss, interest, ratio and proportion, all are so important. They are like damn important for your CAT. And take my words, in CAT 2020 paper, you will be seeing questions from these topics for sure. So that's where you need to understand that, you know what, okay fine, so profit and loss, like arithmetic for that matter, mixes and allegation, percentages, all these are quite important. And it's not only CAT, but every exam, right from CAT till CET, every exam will be having a good number of weightage for these particular topics. And that's the reason whenever you prepare yourself, along with concepts, formulas, shortcuts, chapter strategy is quite important. So it's like, once it's done forever. So हमारे यहाँ पे in the first lecture only we will be telling you कि यार एक topic कितना important है. Now when you pick up your basics, when you pick up your books, whatever books that you have, right, it's quite important that you start with arithmetic. In C2C mentors, we compulsorily start with arithmetic only. I have seen coaching institutions, they start with number system, algebra, geometry. Here I am a non-engineer student, or even if I am an engineer, I am not really good with maths. And CAT का problem वही है, people have maths phobia, quants phobia, we are scared of quants. पहले दिन पे, if you are giving me algebra or if you are teaching me number system, by default I will not be able to connect, right? Then what happens, the portion gets over, the chapters are moving ahead, but I am not able to grab it, I am not able to catch up with those chapters, and दो महीने के बाद I am getting demotivated. So the first thing that you need to understand, when you start with your CAT preparation, start slowly, be like slowly and steady. So we start with arithmetic. Now why arithmetic? Out of 24 questions in CAT, okay, out of 24 questions in CAT, from arithmetic reason itself, you will be having around about 11 to 12 questions. So it's a huge chunk. It's a huge chunk, like 50%, close to, right? And that's why arithmetic is important. That's number one. Number two, arithmetic is formula oriented. Okay, you have formulas, put the numbers, get the answer. Number three, the concept of arithmetic can be understood by any person, engineer, non-engineer, and these are the concepts that can be understood or taught logically, absolutely logically, right? They said mixes and allegation over here, profit and loss, what is profit, what is loss, what is percentages, what is ratio and proportion, right? What is time, speed, distance. All these things can be understood in a very logical way, and that's the reason we start with arithmetic. So, for your basic level, you should be giving around about till July. So like, rather I would say June, March, April, May, June. So these 4 months we are giving for the basic preparation. Now, 4th month is a great time to cover up basics of Quants, DILR and verbal also. So in C2C mentors, we are going to be giving 4 months predominantly on your basic understanding. Jahan we will be taking care of all these things. Now, after June, okay, you have an option that in the month of June, rather in the month of July, you can start with your advanced level. So this is where you can start with your advanced level. This can be your advanced level. This is what the typical way of your CAT approach. What I would suggest is, rather than doing this way, let's just say in the month of March and April, let's say we did 3 chapters here and 3 chapters here. Arithmetic, we did 3 chapters here, we did 3 chapters here. What I want you to do is basically, in the month of May, pick up the advanced level of these 6 chapters. So March and April you did basics, understanding concept, chapter by strategy. Now you understood that these are the most important topics. Pick them up in the month of May itself, right? You don't even have to go to June. So in the month of May, what you're trying to do is, whatever you have finished, these things you are doing advanced level out here. So in the month of May only you are moving the ladder up, and it's quite important that at least in the month of May, आप थोड़ा advanced level देखो CAT का, so that you get an idea that yes, I am preparing for CAT and this is the level of CAT. That's where you actually get in the CAT zone. Otherwise what happens, you are doing till June all the basics, then you are moving towards the advanced level. Now imagine, whatever that we have studied in the month of March, April, May and June, like 50% is like washed out completely. So again you have to revise and practice. It's like lot of stuff to do, man. So you should not do that, and that's where students kind of give up, कि नहीं हो रहा है अभी, right? And what happens, you have to go step by step. Otherwise what happens, basic level is very easy, advanced level is very tough. So that connect is missing. This is what we do in C2C mentors. We make it a point that we take you step by step. Now what's happening is, in the month of May, you are doing basics of these 6 chapters, like you are doing advanced level of these 6 chapters. At the same time, there are other topics, maybe algebra, maybe geometry, जिनका advanced level यहाँ पे चल रहा है, जिनका basic level यहाँ पे चल रहा है. So month of May, and we will be having round about, like, let's say 2 to 3 lectures in a month which are going to be on advanced level. So basic advanced ka great combination is happening. So you are doing basics also, let's say you are doing basics of algebra and you are doing advanced of arithmetic. That's how it helps you. So you are connected. You are doing algebra, you are doing arithmetic, and that's how you kind of move the ladder up. Then here, when you come, you can start with the advanced level. Like in the month of July, you can pick up the advanced level, and whatever you have done till here, all these things, right, can be revised out here. So here what we do the revision, concept revision, formula revision, strategy revision. You can start, perhaps you can start with your mocks as well from this time. Which is great, like June, say you can start with your mocks. You can give 1 mock or 2 mock in a month, something like that we can do. And this is where we start with the advanced level. So basics done, advanced level started, revision started, that gives you a great hold on the advanced level. Now there is something called as challenger level. So towards the end of September, right, I am going to introduce a level called as challenger level. So आपने basic करा, you've done basic, you're ready for all the exam. CAT, ZAT, MAT, CMAT, NMAT, MAT, ACMA, TIS, SRCC, GBO, March CET, basic level you're ready for everything. Okay? Advanced level, CAT, ZAT, IFT, you're ready for it. Challenger is way above, because what happens most of the time, we do the things or we do the level of difficulty. Again, I'm telling you, level of difficulty is always a game changer in your CAT. And बहुत सारे बच्चे इसके ऊपर ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. So LOD बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है. तो हमने बेसिक कर लिया, हमने एडवांस कर लिया. चैलेंजर में क्या होता है? So let's just say if CAT comes tough, अगर CAT tough हो जाता है, या फिर ZAT अगर tough होता है, what makes your exam tough? Number 1, questions are going to be lengthy. Okay, they're going to be more calculation intensive, and they're going to be more application based. इन 3 चीजों के बाहर कुछ नहीं होता जो एक पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम को टफ बनाता है. कंसेप्ट फॉर्मूला सब कुछ सेम ही होता है. इट्स जस्ट दैट कपल ऑफ थिंग्स हियर एंड देयर. दिस इज व्हाट वी डू इन चैलेंजर लेवल. सो इजी लेवल हो गया, मीडियम लेवल हो गया, टफ लेवल भी हो गया. इन तीनों के बाहर कुछ भी नहीं आएगा किसी भी एग्जाम में. सो दैट्स हाउ यू गो स्टेप बाय स्टेप. 4 months फॉर योर बेसिक, do it very nicely. Advanced level, application of basics. Basics plus advanced is nothing but challenger. Meanwhile, you can start with your mocks. Now, your first exam is going to be NMAT. So NMAT is like quite favorite of a lot of students. So NMAT is going to be the first exam that you will be kind of encountering in the month of October. November you will be having CAT, plus in the November you will be having IIFT. In the month of December you will be having SNAP. So you're going to have SNAP also in the month of December. So you do all these concepts, you go this way, you will be able to knock off all these exams. And that's where we start, right? So this is the proper way to kind of go ahead with your entire CAT preparation. And trust me, right now is a great time that you start with your CAT preparation, because you get a lot of time. If you are working, if you are not working, we have a lot of festivals coming up, we have a lot of breaks which are there. Sometimes we get motivated, sometimes we are demotivated, including all these things. Considering all these things, you need a great time of preparation for CAT, so that you also get some good time for your revision also, and giving mocks and analyzing them. A lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of. So this is what we are doing in CTC Mentors. I'm launching my CAT 2020 ka batch. We are launching this batch in Mumbai, classroom, Pune, classroom. We also have live lectures, which are going to be night lectures, 9 to 11 PM in the night. You can see the faculty on your screen, and we are having these live lectures. And we also have recorded lectures. These are like pre-recorded lectures. आपके dashboard में आ जाएंगे once you buy it. So I take lectures in Mumbai, Pune, live, and recorded lectures also mine. So you'll be seeing me in all the 4 areas. So if anybody want to join us, you can join us for these things. This is exactly how you will be prepared for your CAT for the next 9 months, and even later on, after the CAT, because we will be teaching you from, because it's CAT to CET, right? So the name says CAT to CET Mentors. We will be starting with CAT. We will be training you till CET. And again, 9 months is what I am looking at. And it's a great time. And if you're starting right from now, you should not be looking at anything apart from top 15 to 20 Bschools. Very the average package is more than 15 to 20 lakhs. As simple as that. And if you really want to know my results, I have already put a comment, I have already put a link in the description, or you can click the link above. Here I have shared the testimonials The topper is 99.95 percentile, 99.78 percentile. Manohar, who is 99.40 percentile. We have 99.99 percentile in verbal. We have round about 99.80 in quants. We have round about 99.70 in DIR. So these are the results. You can click the link above and you can have a look at that. So if anybody want to join us, you can join us. And if you've got any question, you can put the comment on the video. I'll be more than happy to kind of take care of that. Also, you can join the WhatsApp group. The link is given there. It's CAT 2020 WhatsApp group. If you have any question, you can ask me there. So guys, that's it from my side, and I'm sure all the very best for your CAT. Trust me, for the next 9 months, IIMs or nothing. So that's it from my side, and thank you so much for watching this video, guys.